In the president's recent State of the Nation address, he committed to sending SANDF troops, soldiers, to go and help the problems with zamazamas, illegal miners. And he said this is a problem and only the army can help with this problem. But I want to ask today, is our country serious about fighting the scourge of illegal mining or not? Because this one you would love. Rather than send the troops in as he announced, and with a smile on his face that he's going to be turning South Africa or imposing martial law on the country. At the same time, Parliament has shut down an operation called Operation Vula Mgodi, which means close the hole, which was launched in late 2023, which was leading our fight against illegal mining. It was demobilized late in November 2025. Now, what was Operation Vula Mgodi? It was a joint project between South African Police Service, the South African Defence Force, and the Department of Home Affairs under the Nat Joint structure, whatever that means. Nat Joints must mean people in smoke-filled rooms that make decisions. But this sort of cross-department collaboration was designed to stabilize key hotspots and tackle illegal mining syndicates. In other words, you go after the people that are making this all happen. The miners down below are working for somebody. Now, it was under this Operation Vula Mgodi that we saw that crackdown in August 2024 with the mine in Stilfontein, where the miners refused to come up from below, where we found out a lot about how illegal mining operated. And this operation has been so successful on one hand, but unsuccessful on another. It has been successful in that more than 28,000 illegal miners have been arrested, and hundreds and thousands of firearms have been seized. But where was it unsuccessful? It was unsuccessful because they were struggling to get convictions, because there is poor legislation around the convictions for these illegal miners. The current laws that we have in place in South Africa make it so difficult to convict. And central to improving the law is the long-promised General Laws Amendment Bill. It's a bill which is meant to help create some urgency. So in other words, when you charge somebody with something, that the law can be expedited quicker. It's an update of the law. It is like getting a new upgrade to your software. It's necessary. But Parliament is blocking this. This is the same Parliament that acted with unbelievable speed in passing National Health Insurance and the Bella Act and expropriation without compensation. But this law, this amendment to the law, to general law, will make it quicker to conduct trials and to actually put people in prison. Now, as we have found out from this operation, illegal mining is no longer just me and a shovel and a wheelbarrow and I go to a piece of land and I dig and I find gold and I go away. No, it's going into disused mines. Many cases, thousands of meters down below. There's a whole infrastructure involved, right? Which means that the whole thing, as we found out in Stilfontein, is run by a massive syndicate. We love the word syndicate. It's organized crime at its best. This isn't no longer something that individuals do. It may start out this way, but it's become way too big an operation. Because you need to get people down those thousands of meters. They need lighting. They need food. They need replenishments. They need tools. This is run like a mine, except that no taxes are paid, no paperwork is done. It's an illegal operation, right? We have seen what organized crime can achieve when we watch the daily goings on at the Madlanga Commission. We know how organized crime works. So the reason that the general amendment bill hasn't been passed, the law amendment bill, is because when we talk syndicates, we are no longer just talking about zamas. Like, when I say that word to you, you have in mind a guy with a pickaxe over his shoulder who's going down there and digging away and taking gold away. No, this is like an illegal mining operation run by a syndicate, which means that they have to then pay off policemen. They have to then pay off traditional leaders, because obviously this often happens in mines, which are usually in rural areas. And of course, they have to have the complicity of politicians, both local and, one would suspect, national, because these are become multi-billion rand businesses. So the president doesn't need to send in the army. All he has to do is just keep the ones that were there in the first place, and they were getting results. Parliament decides that they don't want to fund this thing anymore because it had run out of money. The president then goes and announces he's going to send troops in to fight zamas. They were there already, hero. Just fund them with the same money that you're going to fund them to send them to go and do exactly what they were doing in the first place. Get your parliamentary buddies to act with the same kind of urgency that they acted when they passed those other acts. Let's get this law changed so that people can get prosecuted when they do this kind of activity illegally. Let's hope we see action in our local government elections, and we are going to keep you updated. Starting off with our breakfast with Helen Zille on the 6th of March. I'll be joined on the panel by political analyst Sandile Swana Santon on the 6th of March. If you want to join us, go to sona.co.za. There's information below. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again soon.